Okay. Ja, HBR. Ja, Babalo. Hi. Ja, WSNA. I would whoop you in PvP? No, you wouldn't. Ja, Piprekon. Yeah, $100. Hi, Muro. They call me a Reaper, homie. I learned your style from watching your videos. Okay, sorry. I didn't know who I'm dealing with. Now I understand. Three players, actually. Oh, wait. We are on the perform matchmaking. Yep. Yo, no. Okay. Wow. How do you switch weapons so fast? You see, on the controller there are buttons, and I click them. And that actually allows weapons to be switched. Thank you. No. Why are you so pissed up? So the channel is trying to get better at invading. That's admirable, my dude. Glad to hear. It's a good time to actually start getting better. Just ahead of Tarnish Edition. The way you dispatch 3 versus 1 is so awesome. Thank you. That being said, please remember that it's usually just, you know, the three, like, it's usually impossible to actually dispatch 3 versus 1 in this game. If players that we would be facing were actually somewhat decent, yeah? It's usually just a huge skill gap. Like, the game is designed in the way that you're never supposed to even 2 versus 1, yet alone 3 versus 1. Someone died. Or did they? No, it's just... Have you seen movies? I sent you on PSN? No, I didn't log in for a very long time. Let me see. LOL. Wait, what the fuck? That's hilarious. Kind of wonder if you can use it for something. Yeah, I knew this out of bounds already. Ah, but you can actually get... Yeah, I think I have seen someone, like, making a short on it. What else was sent to me when I was offline? Okay. Yeah, entropy. Hi, Melly. Why not use two-finger heirloom, oath of vengeance, commander garb, electrinite helmet, fingerprint nostrum for blessing boon? What? That sounds like a lot of setting up. Just to use one thing. Have you received an invitation for Duskblood's tests next week? Yes. The fuck, you cannot do a full 180 is so annoying.
I am poor.
Thank you a lot for the super chat. Appreciate that, my goat. Well, today's goal for the super chats is me eating pineapple pizza, so GG. Appreciate that. Gonna get myself pineapple pizza later. What? Killing Lil Bros like that? Fucking shameless. I cannot believe that they are doing this. Oh.
I am poor.
Thank you. For another super chat. Holy shit. Thanks for the support, gamer. You failed Lil Bros, yeah. I kinda wonder if I can just do this. And then aggress. Hey. Oh.
I am poor.
For pizza but not for pineapple, uśmiechnięta buźka.
Thank you, Isisk. Kinda annoying, honestly. You good? Where are you going? Yes, red eyes. Or what? How? Na co? No nie ćwicz. Poćwicz. Pizza with Nutella and banana could be good. Była donat ten, był gol na pineapple. Na pineapple pizza. 20 euro.
Feeders! You are feeders, chat!
I told Chloe that you guys gave me money for pineapple pizza. And she's like, feeders! Well, this guy is actually gonna enter the fog wall, I think, no? Why is the PvP meta in Souls games always curved swords? You know what? That's actually very true. It kinda is. Like, think of it that way. Dark Souls 1, one of the best weapons in the game, is a gold tracer. Dark Souls 2, warped sword. Dark Souls 3, PKCS. Dark Souls 4, Shamshir. For Dark Souls games, for curved swords being one of the best. Although, frankly, you know what? Other weapons that I just mentioned are hard meta. And in case of Elden Ring, Shamshir is not a hard meta weapon. I mean, it loses to BHS clean rod technically. I think I don't like PSGS. Like the fact like you're missing. I have feeling like this is just a dueling weapon right now. Luck combo insane. Isn't aiming down with the PSGS crouch poke better for the range? It is. Everything apart Pata loses to VHS clean rod unless you are significantly more skilled than the other player. Well, this is not exactly true. VHS clean rod. VHS clean rod is without a doubt with Pata, like just probably two strongest weapons in the game, but you still, like, on the Dex build, you will be fine with the Close of Night, with the Rakshasa in the offhand. It's still, like, somewhat manageable matchup. Alto, like, in such case, it's usually, but it's just a stalling matchup, basically, yeah? You're just jumping away and trying to hit the guy for free. But yeah, like... Ghost of Night, because of the raw power, can actually somewhat manage. Dueling Shield, whereas it is losing matchup, you can still totally outplay your opponent with the Dueling Shield, like someone uses BHS, Clean Rod. Not even outplay, just proper timing will do. Co? Dobrze, kochanie. Nie jesteś głupią pizdą, tylko jest kurwa gorąco w chuj. Ale... Zobacz, tu. Przestań marudzić.
Gruba!
Icha, nie jest. So about VHS Clean Rod, what yet? VHS Dagger is okayish. Did you manage to have a proper sleep after you started stream? I mean, I didn't... It's not that good, but... It wasn't that good, but it was manageable. Lol. Fuck, I thought he gonna survive it. Do you also use your right index finger to press menu option? No. I use thumb. I can use index sometimes when I use both thumb to use the X button, I mean cross and circle, but usually if I am actually clawing the right hand, then the index finger is on the sprint. When I'm using the back buttons, then I also use thumb. Still should be playing with Soul Hunter. I'm gonna buy this game again. I'm gonna make a video on it. I'm gonna explain why that game is not up the alley of my interests. So I can just refer to that video. I think paying 80 PLN just so people is gonna stop telling me that I should play Mistful Hunter is actually worth it. Oh. Game loop is good. Yeah, I think Mistfall Hunter is a good game. It's just that, first of all, not a Souls-like. It's kind of been promoted by community as a Souls-like. I got debated. Decided to give it a try even though it wasn't looking like Souls-like at all to me. I played it for nearly 2 hours. It turned out it is literally just League of Legends, where you are cycling through your abilities. You are under permanent offense because there is actually no point to play defensively in a game that doesn't have stamina usage for the offensive actions. And also there is no spacing. Unfortunately, we got freaking frostbitten. Wholly unfortunate. How the fuck does it work that in this game you can actually mash one freaking Ash of War over and over? And that actually going to make you at threat is beyond me. But yeah, Mistfall Hunters is basically it. You have 6 auto buttons, one on the one set of weapons and second of the another set of weapons. And you just rotate between them because they are on the cooldowns. Like, the biggest sad about Mistfall Hunter though is just a lack of actual spacing. If your character would be just moving with full speed in every direction, then you would have a normal spacing, but you don't. When you're moving backwards, your camera is always on your backs. So when you're moving backwards, you're moving slower. What's up? People are such a like today right now is just latencies are god awful. Oh, this guy is good. Horrendous, dude. Tertion. There is no spacing in Mistfall Hunter. Spacing is a neutral play where you attempt to make your opponent whiff and then you're whiff punishing. You cannot, in Mistfall Hunter, you cannot make your opponent whiff an attack and then effectively punish them because recoveries are non-existent, and then the forward momentum is insane. Some attacks make you literally just fly forward. Dagger headshot combo, you say? Hey! What's up, my goats? Johanit. Lol, that's a freaking guy. Fuck, window. I tried to not hit Lundal here. Little bit lost the focus. Where do you actually... Where do you have to go to actually go there? Loft, okay. Gamer make himself a beautiful Arianto. Like this guy is doing exactly that, yeah? Like he's just running around and trying to ledge players. Its problem is that he is just, you know, he's from Australia, I think. So these fights are not crisp at all, it's just... The idea is cool, but if the guy would be from, let's say, EU, that would be so much more fun. What the fuck? Look at this! The problem is he's Australian. Well, the problem for us, yeah? It would be so cool, like, if you were from the same region. Like, these fights would be so fun, actually. Like, ledging people, like, especially in Seamless, is amazing. But trying to ledge people on the high latency is just... completely goofy. I think Gamer is not here anymore. Well, shame. It looked like fun. Either that or maybe there are like other gamers.
I am poor.
Wings are wings.
Yeah, Darkman. These guys again. Good. I think. Oh. I was like, how the fuck that wasn't actually a hit? Well, you see it was. Cannot even go on him, yeah, to stop him like from casting that shit, because the delay in hit is gonna make it so we're gonna trade anyway. Insane. Why laggards always running reverse? Because vast majority of people that play this game casually on consoles gonna be connected through Wi-Fi. It's not like this guy had unstable connection all the time. It was normal then unstable, normal and stable, just typical Wi-Fi behavior. Oh, dude. You know what? What's hilarious? We are a week away from network test and we still have no actual gameplay anywhere. Duskbloods is just around the corner, and we know nothing about this game gameplay-wise. Was Nitrin the same? Ram, what the fuck you mean? Nitrin had amazing promotion. They've been teasing every singular character, making a cinematic trailer, gameplay trailer, then gameplay trailer of the maps, gameplay trailer of the mechanics. We have been actually informed about everything ahead of network test. We knew more or less the entire gameplay loop before network test was even a thing. It was completely different. Oh my god, this cheater actually killed me, dude. It wasn't reverse of blood. I died to the fucking like AoE effect of the guy popping up. Unbelievable, actually. Ah, today's invasions are fucking amazing. This is something else. What the fuck? Like, actually, generally, like, it's either a laggard every single invasion, or some goofy ass shit.
Gonna be hungry vampires.
Co? Przez... Tak. Thank you, Darkman, for the super chat. Appreciate that, gamer. Yo, Kerst. Wait, 13, what you are saying? All they care about is influencers who had early special access. But where is that coming from? Why you think that anyone had early access to Duskbloods? Because as far as I know, it wasn't the case. It's always that. Do you think Duskbloods will be as big as Elden Ring player base wise? I think you might not understand how huge Elden Ring actually is. It is impossible for another game that From Software ever going to produce to be as big as Elden Ring, unless it's gonna be Elden Ring 2. This brand is enormous. I'm going to... So... I'm gonna show you the charts after this invasion, but basically, Elden Ring Night Rain, and at the peak of its popularity, was like 8% of peak of Elden Ring. When it comes to overall online presence. And Night Rain supposed to be something that, you know, Elden Ring players somewhat care about, yeah? Let me actually show you. Actually, on SteamDB, all-time peak of Night Rain is 300,000, and for Elden Ring it's like 1 million. Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. Look. So let's go to Google Trends and type in Elden Ring, but a video game. Then let's type in Elden Ring Night Rain. Video game. And then let's type the Dusk plots. Online game. And now, let's search through for the last, let's say, 5 years, yeah? Just to show you the scale. And we are looking worldwide. So what you are currently looking at is a chart showing the popularity of something, of particular trend, of particular phrase, of particular thing, game, and so on and so forth. 100, for example, here you have on the March 2022, you have Elden Ring 100, Elden Ring Night Rain 0, and Duskblood 0, because Night Rain and Duskblood didn't exist at the time being. And 100 means behind the number 100, there is the highest number of searches, highest number of activities, highest number of, generally speaking, interests in the topic. So it might be YouTube searches, Google searches, it might be playouts of the videos, watch time on the videos, and so on and so forth, yeah? So behind that 100, there might be, let's say, 7 billion refreshes, yeah? In like 1 month. Or whatever, yeah? 7 billion is not that much, considering Elden Ring though, but you got the point. So, people had the most interest in Elden Ring in March 2022. That was its peak. Then, it went up again for 2 months in June and July of 2024. It is DLC. And DLC brought back interest to Elden Ring in around 1/3 of the hype that the game initially had. Whereas normally Elden Ring is just chilling around at peaks like little bit more than like 1/10 to usually just 1/20 of its original popularity. Then it went back to that from 5% to like 10% top after the DLC. Now, enter Night Rain on its release. Even in the biggest peak of interest for Night Rain, it didn't beat at the same time interest of regular Elden Ring. At some point, Night Rain, at its peak, at its release, had more interest into the game than, let's say, the lowest point of Elden Ring, which probably would be around like from that what we see, like 4% of its general peak of interest that ever happened, like that was ever given to Elden Ring. But I want you to look at Duskbloods. At no point, like ever, Duskbloods reach even 1% of popularity of Elden Ring on Google Trends. Night Rain is like 1% of the peak of popularity of Elden Ring. Duskbloods is not even 1%. It's probably going to be 1% when the game is actually going to generally release. But yeah, I kind of want you to understand, guys, how huge of cultural phenomenon Elden Ring actually is in comparison to anything else that was ever created. Mind you, Night Rain is a second most popular game from software ever produced. So, every other Dark Souls game is going to be less popular than Night Rain. Do you understand how huge Elden Ring is? Like, sales of Elden Ring are not telling the full stories. There is shitons of people that are interested in Elden Ring, but actually didn't buy the game. Elden Ring is a cultural phenomenon. That's why you're actually going to have a movie. That's why they are releasing mangas and shit. Elden Ring is here to stay. It is going to be with us for years onwards. Hi.
Hey!
Character name, please. Oh shit, wrong thing. A blind help. Oh shit. Why would you do that to the blind person? I have different question. Why wouldn't you do that to the blind person? Hej. Oj, Sisk. They always want to kill red. Yeah, PvEers love PvP. It's just that they have to be at the statistical advantage. And also they have to win. You know you can change the glitch on Night Rain? Yes, since its release. GG. unfortunate. Hey, but he loaded up for me. Average Duskbloods experience. I actually really wonder what the fuck is going to be gameplay loop of Duskbloods. Because if they are going to make it so that you have PvE like in Night Rain, and then also PvP on top of that, I think that's gonna be actually very cool. You're gonna have to be good at PvE and PvP at the same time in order to actively do well in the lobbies. That sounds fantastic. And down my alley of interest, because especially with Night Rain, yeah, I'm actually very interested in the PvE. And I am pretty good at Night Rain too. Not as good as on PvP, but okay enough. Even more of these gamers. Lol, I didn't hit the other guy. So, what you're saying is good to have for it 1,000 hours on Night Rain? Yeah, I mean, that depends. Depends on how the gameplay loop of Duskblood's gonna look like. But if it's gonna be somewhat similar to Night Rain, but with PvP, then yeah, I'm good. At least, you know, I mean, like, you still gonna have to learn moveset and so on, but my mental is definitely better than if I would be playing only PvP.
I am poor.
Vampires plus jetpack plus witches with jetpack amazing.
Darkman, I literally didn't know initially that you are talking about Duskbloods, and only now I realized you do. Vampires plus jetpack plus witches with jetpack. Yeah, that's Duskbloods. You're right. Thank you for the super chat, my goat. We get Chainsaw in Duskbloods. So the game has been in development since 2016, probably for a very, very long time. Not 2016, 2018. It's been definitely for a very, very long time on drawing boards. They have probably took their sweet time. Oh, lol. They took their sweet time to develop a prototype and like an idea of some sort, yeah? Ah, they are already on the castle and we are down here, like, are you fucking serious? Let's see. Game, are you gonna be merciful and you are about to send me to them or not? Will get the chainsaw? No, that's actually answers your question, even though you might think it doesn't. If they actually worked fundamentally on the game since 2018, they pretty much worked from scratch the same way that like they worked on Elden Ring, like fundamentally based off Dark Souls 3 leftovers, like Dark Souls 3 libraries. It means that you are probably to see a lot of glitches that we had in the original Elden Ring. It could be pre-production and the production only begins after SOTA. We don't know. Like, there was definitely very long pre-production time, but you see, the game's supposed to be released on the first Switch. And at request of Nintendo, it was moved to Switch 2. So, they probably had the game playable on Switch 1 already. So that's what probably was somewhat ready to be released years ago already. They just probably like... Oh. They just probably took the game and put more into it. Reimagine it so it would be actually switched to title. Yeah, it's kind of seems like overall what happened to From Software Studio. We're gonna have to see how they are gonna be releasing things from now onwards, yeah? Because they usually were releasing one game yearly. For a very long time, that was at least one game yearly. Initially, it was like even up to 6 games, 6 games yearly, yeah? From Software was doing a lot of works for other studios, for other publishers. A lot of things were like released only in Japan. And around Dark Souls 1, they kind of slowed down to yearly releases. But after Elden Ring, it's not even yearly release anymore. It seems like they just have completely different vibe now. And they are still doing yearly releases if you count in DLCs though. Diabolical net. Do you think Elden Ring needs another DLC or that's enough of this game? I mean, I have no doubt in my mind that they are going to continue with something related. To Elden Ring. Its question is what is going to be. Now we got Tarnished Edition, and then in 2027 or 8 we're gonna have movie, yeah? And there is no doubt that they are going to do a cross-promotion. So I am pretty much certain that there is going to be a new content produced alongside movie release. Is that going to be a smaller DLC like Tarnished Edition? Well, Tarnished Edition is not exactly smaller DLC either, it's just release on new platform, yeah? Hard swapping is so broken, lol. Hard swapping is fair, but it's ridiculous. How is that ridiculous? What's broken about it? If anything, soft swapping is broken like crazy. You literally just can speed, like run at the full speed of the soft swap. Don't forget Sekiro anime coming. Actually, I'm curious if they are going to do something alongside Sekiro. Because that one is like older project and not nearly as popular. Why a movie? It's not like it's a good story or the lore is enthralling. The gameplay is the whole reason we are here. No, it doesn't matter. Even though, like, I probably would disagree with you. I probably disagree with you, or hardly. I think lore-wise, it's well-crafted world. It's just that it's not very well presented on its own in form of the gameplay mechanics. But point being, it's not about story being fucking great or not. It's all about popularity of the brand. We were talking about it, I don't know, like 30 minutes ago. Popularity of Elden Ring is enormous. We have looked up the charts. It's the most popular brand by far that From Software has. And its popularity is just alongside one of the most popular games just ever fucking made. Just because of that, just because of the name of the brand, it is worth to take the brand and move it to another media. Because even if it's gonna be like a 1% of popularity of... Although like movie is gonna be like way more popular, but even if you are going to create something based off Elden Ring in different media than video games, and it's going to capture 1% of the original popularity of Elden Ring, then you're already a winner. Wow. What do you think about that? Not sure who is the host. That's the host. Of course it is. Oh. Another God Gamer is coming. This is the most Unga Bunga gameplay I have ever fucking seen. Thank you. Oh, kurwa, I killed this guy. I didn't want to.
I am poor.
Will you give me your eyes so I can give them to my Hayeta so she can location the free fingers so I can be frenzied lord?
You don't want my eyes. I have pretty poor eyesight. Hayata wouldn't fucking see shit with them, dude. You could be winning a fight and then the opponent changes their entire build essentially to turn the tide of a battle. Gedo, what the fuck are you saying? This is such a casual coded thing. You are not changing your build. Every single thing that you have in the inventory is literally part of your build. Like, your build is not only that's on the display, it's also something that you utilize in order to surprise your opponent. Like, this armor set is coded in order to weight a fucking or handle 23 weight ratio like weapons, yeah? From this perspective, what we are currently wearing is not even a build, it's like a half build, because I'm utilizing only half of the weight points that I can. You're not even fighting the same build anymore. Okay, so upset for you is actually the fact that you can get surprised by someone. Like, let's say that I am right now wearing Lance or like Grave Scythe, and then I can swap to the Bear Claws and surprise you. You are not playing PvE. I am not a boss that you have to learn the move patterns and you're supposed to know the moves. Like, PvP is about unpredictability mostly. This is not a new build. This is the same build. Here you go. Now I swapped my armor piece to something that is going to make it easier for me to deal with two magic spammers, yeah? Like, I literally still have the same stats. It's just a setup. Any build can use shit tons of different setups. And I could beat them with whatever I had earlier. but it just would require me to play extremely passively. Me swapping right now, my setup just allowed me to play aggro, made the game more interesting. It's super casual coded to just consider swapping things in your inventory, something that you can do literally in any game imaginable that's an RPG. I don't know even a singular game that would lock off your inventory entirely, just like that. Like in games like Skyrim, you literally freeze the time when you enter menus. Your menuing is even easier, dude. At least in game like Elden Ring, in Souls games, you have to actively menu under pressure. It's way more dynamic and just better. And soft swapping is just yet again so much fucking better. If I could put myself without any weight limitations things on the soft swaps, that would be so fucking broken. Like yet again, I R2 and now I R2 and I try to run away, yeah? And now I do the same with the soft swap. You immediately sprint away at full speed. You don't even look at the same person who invaded. You look like a whole new person. So what? I mean, like, I'm looking literally the same. The character mold is the same. What swapped is armor piece. Just exactly like in Diablo, you are going to give yourself like a different stuff in order to teleport around, because let's say you have like teleportation ability on one stuff, and other stuff you have like other ability that is better for fighting. Like, you cannot look at video games from the standpoint of realism. You can only do that in case if you want to immerse yourself in the games, but then you're never supposed to play a multiplayer game with multiplayer elements, which Elden Ring just is. That being said, From Software of course allow you to play offline, and that's what you're supposed to do if you want to immerse yourself. Immersing yourself.
I am poor.
Request weapon for jeden invade. Vikes Wars G.
You want Vikes? I don't think I can actually use Vikes. I'm gonna see later. Interesting. The lag looks like as if that would be a proper timing. Aha. That lagged. Crazy. You are a golden combatant on a meta and have beaten many hard swappers. It's still hilariously ridiculous. I mean, like, one of the best players in Elden Ring, like duels wise, someone that won multiple tournaments, cannot hard swap for shit. Like, his name is Shieldpoke, and he's playing mostly presets without any hard swaps from the get-go. You don't need hard swaps to win. If anything, it actually can bring you more trouble, yeah? Because you are just limiting your vision, and you are also limiting your ability to dodge. And of course, you are fucking over your focus. Yeah, hard swapping is not at all any sort of the mandatory super powerful thing. And that being said, of course, being golden combatant on arena, like people with two left hands can do that if they actually put enough effort into it, or they are going to, or they are just going to like get themselves a proper setup. Yeah. Claude just said that she was a golden combatant with 0 poise build. Here we go. Imagine you're winning and the opponent basically transforms into a whole new guy. But this is only in your imagination. That doesn't happen. Like, you still have the same guy over here, yeah? Like, beneath your helmet. No matter if you have this helmet. The only thing that changed is your armor appearance, and it's only because different armors have different stats, so this is like a micro optimization that just makes sense. You are not changing your appearance at like you're not changing, like this is not that important to have the same armor like look all the time. Why it would be? I don't know, maybe you want to admire fashion of someone or something. But honestly, there is nothing to admire if someone wears shit like me, for one, yeah? Who's the host? The other guy is the host, probably, no? Okay, let's kill this guy. Why it's worth for one to swap your armor against someone that uses Milady moveset, yeah? It's because of this, its poise values. Like right now, because I didn't swap my shit yet, it's pointlessly harder for me to just punish someone than just smashing R2. If I would swap my shit, I could just simply murder the guy every single time like he is mashing the R2, yeah? Because I would be surviving the first hit without being staggered. I just would poise through it. Only appearance changes? Stop. What you mean? Like, this is what we are saying. That's not just like... The appearance of the character doesn't change at all. You're swapping your armor pieces for the stats, poise, this type of shit. Like, I don't understand. How the fuck is it so fucking hard to understand to people that this is just a normal part of the fucking micro game optimization? If you are not doing that, you are putting yourself at a disadvantage. It doesn't mean like that if you are not doing that, you are a better player. That means you are a worse player. You cannot adapt to the situation properly. You're making life for yourself harder, not because you are just so fucking good that you can actually manage under the pressure of being at a disadvantage. It just means that you are not knowledgeable fucking enough, or you actually are not skilled enough to properly adapt to the situation. Inability to adapt to the situation doesn't mean that you are a better player, it means you're a worse player. It's like such a fucking cope among casual players that they think that someone that doesn't change the armor setup or whatever can be even considered remotely like actually a better player or someone that is like more honest. Changing build on the fly and let's say like changing your setup when you're losing is a actual proof of somewhat of battle intelligence rather than you admitting defeat or whatever, like some fucking scraps actually believe it. Like at the end of the day, I am going to be the one winning over you. You are not gonna be the one winning over me in your funny fucking fashion armor. Royal Remains is one of the most infamously desperate hard swaps. So you basically changing equipment to something that works on the low HP is desperate. Does that mean that people that in PvE are making setups to, let's say, one-shot boss are desperate scrubs and they are just like, I don't know, bad at the game or what? Because you could use practically the same narrative about challenge runners or whatever, yeah? One-shotting mobs in the PvE, one-shotting bosses in the PvE, yeah? Like preparing the setup for the one-shot. What, you cannot fucking properly beat a boss with an upgraded weapon? What, are you fucking scrub? You're preparing yourself the one-shot setup? What, are you fucking stupid? Oopsie. Unfortunate jump in. It's like using literally basic game mechanics being considered as something wow, omega fucking either like dishonest or weird or whatever is something that I really cannot fucking understand. OP... Kochanie, podłącz się. Flo want to say something, but... Oh.
I just want to say that it's obvious, darling, it's obvious. This is something that requires skill. Gaining skills requires effort. People hate effort, so they are gonna come up with the insanest cope possible to justify they're not willing to put effort. Oh, it's difficult. I have to work towards it. Oh, so if other person can do it, that's an exploit.
Uh-huh. Well,
and
okay.
by the way, I cannot hard swap for my... I just cannot. But like, come on. Ugh.
I was being attacked by the guy.
Put some self-reflection to your life. You hate hard swaps because you cannot do them. If you could do them, you'd be hard swapping left and right. Just be honest with yourself. Imagine that meme with the Beckhams. Be honest. And look at Victoria's face. And she's, yeah, I just have skill issue.
What the fuck? Czy ty widziałaś komentarz Stop Yapping Woman?
Stop yapping, woman, huh? So, here is especially for you. What should I read to you? Maybe a passage from Shakespeare. Just for your joy.
Darling, I think individual that says in the YouTube chat, Stop Yapping Woman, well, I don't think that they would be interested in Shakespeare.
When was the last time you saw a pussy, huh? Because all of you, you're so fucking edgy because most likely you have never seen a boob in your life and you're just salty. Just like with the hard swaps. You cannot do hard swaps, so you're just salty about them because other people have that.
I'm sorry, my god, but you got so fucking cooked. Well, I have children, woman. Just stop yapping.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I hope you don't have daughters. I pray for those kids to not be girls because they will just grow up miserable and insecure because of men like that in your life, in their life.
I mean, like, I wouldn't like call you a bad father because you are a cunt on the internet, but unironically, it's giga low IQ to just come to someone's live stream and tell someone to shut the fuck up. Even though, like, she didn't say anything wrong, she actually made a very good point. It just means that you just sound like a misogynistic fuck. And that's fucking low IQ as fuck. And of course, like, every fucking retard can make a another child, dude. I would even argue that it's more likely that you're going to be a father if you're a retard rather than if you're not. Like, purely statistically. Stop yapping as well. No, bro actually tells the streamer to shut the fuck up in his own live stream, dude. This is retarded, dude. This is amazing. Oh no, so banned the gamer. But yeah, it's
I am poor.
Woman is right, get good kid.
thank you, Darkman. This guy is gonna be, I already can tell, absolute pain in the ass. Oh, there's ISIS too. Well, lagar down. Okay. Rest of them are actually normal. So I can swap to the normal setup tune. Lovely. To... Dobra. Bro. Oh. Lol. All right. Let's actually see more. We kind of lost the track of what's going on here. So, according to Gedo, hard swapping is not cheating, it's cheap and underhanded. Still something to look down on. I could put on a wig, declare my gender transition, and enter women's sports and dominate at a category I excel in. Would that be fair? What the fuck? Oh man. Swapping your armor in the video game is now considered on the same level as transitioning into a man or a woman. If you are swapping, you're actually transgender, GG. Not only transgender, but also a transgender only for the sole purpose to beat another individual in the competition. Wow. Like, dude, of course this is profoundly retarded, okay? Like, you're not even supposed to probably talk with someone that brings this type of arguments, because it's just pointless. But it doesn't even make sense, because card swapping is not something that you're gonna have to work hard for, yeah? Like, let's say, you know, a proper transition. It's just not a matter of simply doing something, yeah? Card swapping is... It's really as simple as going into your menus and just choosing another weapon. Fundamentally, it's absurdly simple. Of course, some people are gonna be better at it, some people are gonna be worse at it, but fundamentally, it is just absurdly simple. There is no point to block someone an access to the menu. That's fucking stupid to have blocked off access to the menu. If we had like blocked off access to the menu, everyone would be running something like this realistically. A fun weapon, and then soft swap with something that's extremely powerful. That would be it. If soft swaps... And on top of that, soft swaps of course are insanely powerful. They just give you actual, genuine competitive advantage. That's not what I said about hard swapping, then about what? You misrepresent what I said. I was talking to Synesthesia about using invisibility to remove lock-on. Ah. Okay. I kind of don't understand, so like you mean using unseen form and and Assassin Gambit at the same time? That's what you mean? Or you mean literally only Assassin Gambit? Because honestly, like using Assassin Gambit to remove lock-on at certain distance is literally just a part of the game. Finally, somebody called you out for using weapon type transition surgery in ELDEN RING. I mean, like, apparently Gamer didn't mean that about hard swapping, but about using unseen form and Assassin Gambit. Unless he means only Assassin Gambit or only unseen form, then I don't even, you know, it's hard to tell if unseen form and Assassin Gambit used together is actually a glitch or not. It's basically what both things do. They lower the radius of acceptable lock-on and also like visibility in case of PvE. So it's hardly can be called a glitch. It's just usage of the game mechanics. Your analogy still makes no sense, Jedo Planet, because unseen form and Assassin Gambit are in the game. Well, something being in the game, like glitches are in the game, but yeah, the point being is that it is not like unintended mechanic even. Guess what? Just like hard swapping. That was so interesting. Gamer went with the artwork just like that. And this guy is over leveled like shit still. Holy fuck. This damage. Okay, GG. Oh. But yeah, Assassin's Gambit and Unseen Form used together can be considered unfair, but something not being balanced within the realm of the game probably shouldn't be thrown upon that much anyway.
I am poor.
Assassin's Gambit plus Unseen Form is Elden Ring's version of WoW of Silence.
Thank you for the super chat, Tile, and yeah, maybe you could actually consider it like that. You guys going crazy with the support today, thank you, I appreciate that. Insane amount of super chats, unironically, like we got, let me actually count them real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 super chats today. What the fuck? Appreciate that, gamers. Gonna get myself insanely huge pineapple pizza. Why are you still entertaining this guy? He's either rage baiting or just actually retarded. Puppy, fuck you for your name, first of all. No, I'm probably gonna use it as... I'm just gonna make it into a video. It's interesting talk. People getting paralyzed by it. It's just literally a bread and butter for me. Hi. What's up, little bro? You good? What you doing? Huh. He's not liked around. Why did you do that? You made Lil Bros fight. This is not
poor.
okay.
For your golden combatant journey. Good luck.
Thank you, Mark. Shamshir Gaming. I don't have anything goofy to wear. Oh, nice. Oh, fuck, wrong. Wrong cash. GG. Celia, welcome for rage baiting people into engagement. I mean, the rage bait like rage bait. I think these topics, like these talks, are somewhat important because initially I will not stop fucking falling. Initially it was like this. When Dark Souls released, people were literally making up as stupid as rules how another's supposed to fight just to cope with them actually not being able to, let's say, properly counter backstab. or correctly play around like actually latency and so on and so forth. The less general cope in the sphere of the Souls community you have, the better, because frankly, just this type of copish behavior limits you in improving as a player. Like, look where Dark Souls 1 community is nowadays. People nowadays actually know how to play around backstabs. They figured out how to make their backs invulnerable with pivots and so on. And all of that is just a matter of people maturing.
I am poor.
In the Elden Ring movie, if the blacksmith holds steel, will that be you in the movie?
Technically. Thank you. Thank you, Darkman. But yeah, are these guys here now? What the fuck? Wait. What are the players? They are in the other direction apparently altogether. But yeah. It's important to have this type of discussions, even though if they stem from something profoundly retarded, someone being stubborn, or someone straight up just attention whoring and acting like a moron just for the sole purpose to bait people into like arguing with them. At the end of the day, these discussions are important because side viewers get different perspective. Someone gonna watch video like this later on. I'm gonna be like, wait, like, my friend saying that hard swapping is actually very bad. Maybe it's actually not. Maybe they are fucking coping. Maybe that argumentation they just heard from the guy on the internet that kind of knows what he's doing, or at least looks like he does. Well, maybe these arguments just make sense. Like, maybe my friends that barely can freaking hold against any scrap imaginable on the arena, maybe they actually do not exactly know what they are talking about. Maybe the guy that actually won a bunch of the tournaments and is one of the best invader in the world till this day is actually, maybe he knows a little bit more. Also, like, very good at falling into the abyss apparently. But yeah, that's basically it. Like, the more appreciation there is in the community sphere for tryhards and tryhard things, the overall community gonna be better at the end of the day.
Dog emoji.
Dog emoji. Thank you, Ice. It's just, you know, the same like you have journalists that are... You guys mentioned in chat journalists. Yeah, the same that... Usually there is no point to listen to an opinion of the journalist, because journalist is not here to actually dissect game mechanics and be very good at the game. He's hired in the news outlet, or she's hired in the news outlet because she can like, or he can type an article. You got the point. Yeah, they are good at typing, or they are maybe like good at video editing. They can make a video that's gonna gather clicks. Yeah, but realistically, someone that is good at typing an article, yeah, that making articles on, let's say, IGN or whatever, doesn't have to be just good enough at the game to understand the way how it works. Good players are good enough at the game to understand how it works. That's why usually opinion of good players is vastly different to opinion to vast majority of people. Vast majority of people usually not gonna be right about things. It's really as simple as that. The general public opinion usually is going to be completely misunderstood, just like at the release of Elden Ring. People generally believed that running attack of the heavy thrusting swords were overpowered. well, holy shit. I actually got spooked. I thought like this guy is gonna hit me because of lag. What I have seen, like... I'm probably gonna make a video about, like, I had the most delusional individual in the comment section recently. Talking about Twinks and how, like, it is super skillful to beat the game at level 1 or whatever, yeah? And that Twinks deserves to just like one-shot host left and right, and this is not like a scammy behavior, no, it's literally just them being very good at the game. And you can enjoy being a Twink and just like going through the game, getting yourself overpowered shit, then getting back to level 1 area, that is, and just killing people left and right, sure, but you're not good at the game. It's really as simple as that. I'm actually confused. It's actually insane how hard it is to beat these guys just because of the latency. Well. I heard the guy disabling Thunderstung. It's actually pretty funny. Insane gamer. If you're into FPS games, you should play Titanfall 2. I played shitons of Apex Legends on its release. Tak? How much points? 123. Będę kończyć za jakieś... Jeszcze jedna inwazja, kochanie. Do you lose items or runes when you PvP? No. You lose runes, but you can pick them up. Just that you have to go to the place where you died in an invasion. Well, now that drama is over, still, how would you build a strength intelligence build? Would you meet the requirements of the weapons and put the rest into the int or oppose? Oh fuck, I have no idea, dude. It's probably... It's probably actually would focus more... In such case, like, there is no point really to go all the way up to 54 strength. So yeah, I probably would go like 30 strength. And the rest into intelligence. Remember that optimally you need only 50 intelligence for melee to just do a lot of damage. Do you have fat or slim PS5? Slim, I think? I think slim. I bought PlayStation 5 when it had its release, re-release, like not the first version. So I assume like the follow-up version was slim, yeah? Slim got line? Yeah, I have line. So it's slim. Does it have disc? No. If I have to choose between buying a PlayStation with disc versus PlayStation without disc, I'm always gonna go without fucking disc station. I am not really a collector And I am not really interested in having games on the disk drive. Slave to the system, one could say. What stat would you say has the most fun somber weapons? Faith. Probably. Dex? Okay, you know what? You have a point. Probably Dex, actually. Rakshasa is pretty fun swap. Ferrari is hilarious. Sword of Night is fun. How can you LARP if you have disk? Lamau. You know, it's nice to look up your cabinet in 10 years and find a game that you used to play ages ago. Like, I mean, disc to the game that you played ages ago. But you know what is even nicer? Not having a fucking junk in your cabinet. Inwazja. Such a fucking mess. Lost teammates, lost hope. Yeah, apparently. Guys, I kinda would want to stream more, but Claw is getting impatient because we're supposed to go visit my dad and go on the walk. So I will be actually finishing Yet again, thank you a lot for your hyperactivity today with the super chat support. Actually, genuinely fucking insane. Oh. Look. Owen is streaming. Actually, he's streaming a tournament. So yeah, let's go to Owen, check out the tourney, because it seems like whatever they are playing, it looks pretty fun. EU tourney. Crazy. Oh, Donut is playing. Nice. Alright. Much love. See you later, gamers. Probably see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Yeet.